Hi guys, welcome to Mario Master 101.
Dango Productions Company.
Guys, my favorite game of all time is Mario Party 9, and it is officially 13 years old. So to celebrate, I'm going to be ranking all of the boards in this phenomenal game. So yeah, with that said, let's go!
Oh, these aren't homemade. They were made in a factory. A bomb factory.
Okay, in last place is the Bomb Factory. It's not actively horrendous, but it just feels like there's way too much luck involved with this board. And both of the bosses are also luck-based as well. Womp, you basically just choose from 0 and 1, and you try not to get hit. And King Bob-omb, you try to choose Bob-ombs and make sure that you didn't pick the same Bob-omb as somebody else, because if you do, then none of you will be able to throw the Bob-omb, and both of you won't get any points. So, yeah. On this board, there are also the bombs that will make you lose half of your mini-stars if you're the captain. The difference between this and Magma Mine is you're only going to lose mini-stars in Magma Mine if you're under the line or if you land on a space and the magma goes to the place where you are, and then only then you'll lose half of your mini-stars. In the Bomb Factory, though, somebody is required to lose half of their mini-stars because the bomb will explode when it's somebody's turn, and they'll lose half of their mini-stars. This board also feels significantly shorter than all of the rest except for DK's Jungle Ruins, but that's just a secret board anyway that you need to unlock after you beat solo mode. So, yeah, this is the shortest mainline board.
There's also a captain event in this board where you get mini stars on the paths, but if you step on a question mark space, then the mini stars will move by 1. But you can still try to get as many mini stars as you can if you strategically line each character up.
The Bomb Factory isn't terrible, but there's just too much luck-based stuff in play, in my opinion, and the bosses themselves aren't really that good. I mean, the bosses aren't really going for the ranking, but yeah, this board is just a lot of luck, and I give it a 4 out of 10. Oh, banana. Here it is, the Mario Party 9 board that isn't a main one, and for being an extra board, it's decent, even though it is mainly just rolling the dice and collecting bananas twice in a circle. The captain event is pretty decent though, where bananas go into each barrel and you need to keep track of which one is which, so that the captain can give each person the amount of mini stars that were in the barrels. So if you want to get as many bananas as possible and you're the captain, you need to keep track of the barrels. You at least need to keep track of the one that has the most bananas, or if you want to make somebody lose bananas, sometimes there's C bananas, which you can give the person in first place so that they can lose bananas so that you're closer to beating them, and that's a pretty good strategy. You can do either of those things, so yeah. Anyway, the bosses in this board are fine. You just go in barrels and collect bananas, which go with you on the actual board. So this is the only boss where the points carry with you to the main board. There's also a DK space where the bananas cycle around in the air if you land on it, and then you can jump and collect them. So yeah, overall, DK's Jungle Ruins is pretty decent, and I will give it a 6 out of 10. Next up is the starter board of Mario Party 9 Toad Road. While it is pretty generic, it's still pretty fun, although this board doesn't really have any special mechanics. No magma, no Bob-omb, no boos that steal half of your mini-stars, no mini-stars that can turn into mini-zatars, none of that. This is just a board where you roll the dice so that you can move, and that's mainly it. Although there is a captain event where you and the others roll a dice, and it's in the shape of the 9, which is cool. You and your opponents roll the dice, and if somebody gets to the end, they get 10 mini-stars. There is also a part where you and your opponents need to roll a high enough number to get over the ditch, otherwise you will go to the mini-zatar part, which will make it so that you lose mini-stars. And the bosses are what you would expect from a grass board. Lucky 2, you need to time the block so that you can shoot bullet bills and avoid the spinies, and Wiggler, you jump and ground pound on his segments, and if you jump and ground pound on the red segment, it's more. So yeah, overall, this board is also pretty good, but it is a little generic. But yeah, it's a 7 out of 10. Okay, in 4th place is Blooper Beach. Blooper Beach is a pretty fun board in my opinion. In the beginning of the board, there's a dolphin that will give you mini stars if you catch up to it, but there's also a shark where if it catches up to you, you lose half of your mini stars, so you need to watch out for that. There's also a captain event where you're going to want to get back to the surface with as many mini stars as possible. Anyway, in the second half of the board, there's a lot of mini stars, and you might be wondering, is there a catch? Well, you see, if you land on a question mark space, all of the mini stars turn into mini stars. Also, in this board, there's an event where if you land on 2 unlucky spaces, you'll be sucked into a blooper whirlpool, and whoever landed on the space gets 3 mini stars, and the blooper will suck you back 2 spaces every turn. However, there's also something that happens if you land on 2 lucky spaces where you can get mini stars, because the dolphin will take you to a star-shaped place where the person who landed on that space automatically gets mini stars, and everyone rolls the dice until someone lands on the lucky space there and they get 10 mini stars. The bosses in this board are also pretty decent. In Cheep Cheeps, you need to throw shells at him, but also avoid running into him or else you'll lose points. And in Bloopers, you need to shoot cannons at him, but he'll also throw urchins at you, and if you hit them, you will lose a point. So you need to avoid the urchins. Anyway, this board is pretty decent, and I give it a 7 out of 10.
Bowser is coming.
Next up, taking home the bronze, is the final board of this game, Bowser Station. Bowser Station is an amazing finale board, which is pretty fun to play. The only issue is the fact it is a little on the short side, and it's pretty linear. But you know what? That's fine. The board itself is still great. The music in this board is honestly also incredible. And the main issue isn't even really with the board, it's just Bowser Jr.'s boss is pretty bad, but Bowser's boss is pretty good, and honestly it's kind of on par with King Boo's Puzzle Attack. If I were to remake my Mario Party 9 minigames ranking, it would be right next to King Boo's Puzzle Attack in 3rd place. But in Bowser Jr.'s breakdown, you just roll a dice to go to the star section if the dots line up, so if it's like 3 or 6, for the 3 or 6 or other combinations after that. So yeah. And the main problem is that 3 people roll after you, so the odds of you actually getting the points are pretty low. But Bowser's Block Battle lets you all roll dice at the same time. Bowser's Block Battle is an awesome boss, even though at face value, I guess it is just luck-based, but this is why. It requires a lot of skill as well. Let me explain. In Bowser's Block Battle, you can roll the dice that has either a Bowser head or your opponent's face, and then it can land on your face so that you can get points. And if any of the dice have Bowser's head, he spits out fireballs, which you lose points if you touch. So there's still skill involved, so you can't touch them. So yeah, overall, this is a pretty awesome boss, and maybe even my favorite Bowser battle in the entire series. Anyway, the board itself is great and one of the better boards in this game easily. I mean, come on, there are 3 Captain Event spaces in this board. Not 1 or 2, 3, and they're all pretty interesting. Anyway, the first Captain Event, the other players roll a dice, and then the captain rolls a dice, and if the captain's dice matches anyone else's, they both get mini stars. The next Captain Event, there are numbers 1 to 9 on the grid, and the captain chooses people to take turns rolling the dice, and whoever matches 3 in a row gets the mini stars. The last Captain Event in this board requires the captain to pick where the 4 people will go, and they all take turns rolling dice, and the people who get to the end first will get the mini stars. So yeah, overall, this board is pretty awesome, and I give it an 8 out of 10.
Boom! Haunted house.
Alright everyone, in 2nd place, the runner-up for the best Mario Party 9 board is Boo's Horror Castle. Boo's Horror Castle is a genuinely amazing board that requires a great blend of luck and skill. In this board, you need to try and avoid the Boos. If you run into them, you lose half of your mini stars, so you need to be careful. Although there are spots that have life that the Boos cannot go in, so you can hide from them for a bit there. And you might be thinking, isn't this similar to Bomb Factory? No! In Bomb Factory, somebody is required to lose half of their mini stars. In this board, though, you can strategically avoid the Boos. There's also an event where the Scaredy Rat takes 3 of everyone's mini stars, and you need to get them back! And if you get them back, you get all the mini stars that he stole. There are also decisions to make in this board, though. If you hide in the light, once somebody leaves the light, they might get hit by a Boo, making them lose half of their mini stars because you decided to go in the light, which is pretty interesting. Also, if anyone has any special dice blocks, this board can be even more interesting. If somebody wants to make somebody else lose half of their mini-stars, they might use a special dice block that makes it more likely for the next person to lose half of their mini-stars, which can help you win the game. Also, there's a part in this board which reminds me of Wii Party, where if you don't roll a 6, it turns into a 4. The bosses are also really fun. Deck Dry Bones is a very fun, interesting memorization game, where you need to remember the cards so you can choose one that Dry Bones is on. Sometimes, though, Dry Bones will shuffle some cards, which makes it more challenging. King Boo's Puzzle Attack, though, is phenomenal. The best boss battle in this game. It reminds me of puzzle games where you need to match them to get points, and this boss is phenomenal, like I've already said. So yeah, overall, King Boo's Horror Castle is an amazing 9 out of 10. There's just one board that I like more. So, let's see what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, the best board in this game has to be Magma Lion. It's easily the best in my opinion. Here's the main reason why. There are a lot of sections of this board where you can actually all vote on the way you want to go. Yes, all of you can vote, which means that this is the one board in the game which uses the car by far the most. You also want to avoid the magma because touching it will make you lose half of your mini stars, but you need to be careful. But the fact that everybody can vote which way you're going makes it so that everybody can decide which way the car goes. They can help decide if you should get hit by magma or not. And guess what? I usually don't think Bowser Space is an account for the board, but if you think about it, in this board, losing half of your mini stars if you get hit by magma makes it so that if you lose half of your mini stars enough, you might land on a Bowser Space and double the amount of mini stars that you have, which will actually make you more likely to win. This board to me feels like Boo's Horror Castle, but the positives are even higher. The bosses in this board are also pretty great and interesting. Spike, you want to get the golden hammer and not accidentally get the stick where I have nothing. And for Chain Chomp's boss, you want to get the gold cannon and at least get a cannon though, because there is a possibility that you might get eaten by him. Both of these bosses make it so that you have to get the gold, which is ironic considering this is the best board in the game. Also, there's a captain event where you get mini stars, but you can fall off and die. Anyway, yeah, this is easily the best board in Mario Party 9 and the best cardboard in general. So yeah, great job, Magma Mine. You're easily the best board in this game, and you deserve a nice, big, juicy 10 out of 10 for being the board in this game that actually took the best use of the car and let us all vote through which way the car goes. We should have gotten more boards like Magma Mine, but honestly, all of the Mario Party 9 boards are pretty fun. Even Bomb Factory, even though it is objectively a little bad, it is still personally something that I enjoyed a bit. But I guess that's what Mario Party 9 is all about, having fun with all of the boards. So for that, thank you Mario Party 9 for being so much fun. And I can't wait to hear your ranking of these boards in the comments down below. Thank you for watching and have a great day. And welcome to the teenage years, Mario Party 9. You are now officially a cool kid. Bye everybody, I will always love you, Mario Party 9.
Everybody watches the vids, everybody loves the Minecraft clips. When it comes to the best channel, everybody knows what it is. This channel is the hottest. Don't agree, then follow disclaimer, or just join the bandwagon now and subscribe to Only One Gamer, cause only one gamer.
When it comes to videos, they got the highest.
Only one gamer.
Minecraft clips, so you know they got it.
Only one gamer.
It's the only channel you should subscribe to.
Only one gamer, yeah, it's only one gamer, yeah.